Hello, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. We're so sorry for a bit of a delay. I just want to wish you a great welcome to our live UX expert session. My name is Kat, and I'm training manager here at UX Academy. Before we, of course, go to the main part of the presentation, on the screen you can see our agenda for today. And as well, I would like to know where you guys are watching us from, what city, what country. Please feel free to leave a message in the chat. Let us know where you're watching us from. Okay, and as well, I just want to give you a bit of information about UX Academy for someone that doesn't know about us. We're a London-based training company, and we run online live evening courses. We started as a classroom at Central London, and like everyone else, we switched from classroom to Zoom. And now we're running online live evening courses. As you can see on the screen right now, 12 students, 1 teacher. We taught over thousands of students, and we've been around for over 4 years. I would like to see comments. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Please leave a message in the chat. I would like to hear from you. Our students are coming from basically from top companies. And okay, thank you so much for confirmation. We just wanted to check if the StreamYard is working, if everything is fine. Thank you so much. Hello. Okay. Also, I would like to give you a bit of information about what you can expect from our courses. Basically, if you start our course, these will be the tools you'll be using. We used Slack to communicate with each other. There would be 3 different Slack groups, one with the entire team, one with a separate team, and of course, one important part, you will be working on a client project with the client, and you will have a separate group when you can schedule the meetings, and as well when you can communicate about anything you need. Also, all the recordings and slides will be stored in Google Drive. You will have the access at any time. I will, of course, share the information over the Slack, over the email, so you can rely on us for all that information. Also, we use Figma and FigJam, which are very standard, popular industry tools for prototyping. And as you can see, all of the classes are run over the Zoom. Also, one important part about us is a mentorship is a very neat point about UX Academy. Every week, you have 30 minutes consultation with an industry expert. You can advise about anything you need, from the career advices to the client project you will be working. Feel free to ask any questions. That's why they are there, and they will gladly answer all of the questions. Also, to make our courses even more affordable and flexible, we offer 2 flexible payment methods, Noma and Klarna. And if you would like to know more about our payment plans, you can always go to our website, myuxacademy.com, go to About Us, and then Payment Plans. And of course, our lovely teacher, Natalia, will join us today. She's running beginner UX design courses, and I would like to welcome her here. Natalia, please join us, and please take the lead into this session.
Hello. Thank you very much for introduction, and thank you very much for having me today. I am lead product designer, as you have seen, and I'm very passionate about user experience, and I already in this industry 15 years. So I learn every day, and I would like to share with you what I already know. And actually, I'm happy to answer all your questions at the end of our session today. So this session is about the beginning, and we will discuss what is the user experience design. So we don't have here a control, so I will ask my assistant Kat to go to the next slide, where we have a definition of what is user experience. So user experience is how person feels about interacting with the product, right? And it's your feeling when you are interacting with all kinds of product. It can be physical product like a remote control, it can be your cell phone, an application in your cell phone, it can be your refrigerator, it can be your TV, it can be your car. And the man on the left side is Don Norman. Don Norman is a father of this definition. He is the user experience cognitive philosopher. Oh my God, sorry, you can read this from the slide. And he described the user experience in this way. And probably you will find, if you will Google, many different descriptions about what is user experience. But if we go to the beginning of user experience, when this pop up in 1990s, that's the right definition. So it's how a person feels about interacting with the product. And I have a couple examples for you. One of that is interacting with the mobile application for the car. So in the next slide, you can see there is an example how one of the very famous brand right add the technology to their auto. Right, and this one of the exciting part what we can do as a designers, right? So we can design mobile application, and it's not just a listen music or is watch the streaming video. It's actually connect some physical with digital product, right, and have information. Another example, if we go to the next slide, is of course, virtual reality, right? So that's a very hot topic, right? About the virtual reality, how we will use virtual reality, what is the future of virtual reality, and we need experience of that. And what is cool in user experience, and I think in design industry, that it's something new. It's just pop up. We didn't have this conversation probably 10 years ago that everyone will have a possibility to have the helmet in their home and enjoy the virtual reality in any moment, and it will be affordable almost for everyone. So, and we needed designers for that, right? And how to make it. So designers are people who like explore, they like to learn new things, they try things, they generate new ideas, and they test these ideas, right? So if we go to the next slide, we will see another example, and that's probably the most favorite app for me. It's augmented reality, right? So in the photo, you can see it's application from Google Maps, and Google Maps allow you to see the view, right? So it's helped me when I walk here in London. I am not from London, so it's a quite big city, and it's super, super, super complicated to navigate for me personally. So when I use my map, not always I'm running in the right direction. So what I use a lot, it's Street View, so it's helped me a lot with Google Maps, so it's navigate me. And again, augmented reality, it's some experience. Someone has to design this arrow, in what direction you have to go. Someone think how will be like a mix of this street and augmented reality arrows plus the map. So that's actually someone took this decision, right? Tested, and now it's implemented and people use it around the world. One of the, I think, funniest example, it's Peloton, right? Because a lot of people make a joke in the next slide about the Peloton, that it's a mix of bicycle and your tablet, right? But the experience, what you get when you are trying, it's quite different, right? How do you feel? So if you will not get the same experience if you just put in front of your bicycle your tablet, right? So there is a lot of very special details that make this experience enjoyable. So that's also about the user experience. So the idea pop up, right, to make that cycling, right, at your home more creative, more interesting, more fun, but also productive and motivated, right? And the solution that was designed, someone has to help. And here's user experience designers again. And in the next slide, I have example for you. It's a smart home, and probably you already use smart home, maybe in the future, but it's a big conversation. We are going to the sustainable future, right? And every country try make it as much as possible, right? And invest in this, save electricity, clean water, right? Make clean energy. So, and you also can be part of that. and control your home remotely. That's an amazing idea. And now you can control your home from your phone. So you can control your light, you can control your kitchen, right? You can control the cooling, heating of your home, right? You can even control the comms in your home with your phone, depend from what application do you use. So that's, I think, the future of our sustainable life. And again, we need the designers who implement this idea, right? Who design this idea, who test this idea, and of course, put this on the market. So I have here for you the diagram that shows what is the interaction between, right? So what is user experience? User experience is interaction between design artifact and the user. So this interaction, what happening between artifact and user, is a user experience. So when you're working with some elements like remote control, when it's Peloton, right? When it's application for control your home, right? Or it's application to listen music or watch streaming video. Maybe right now you're watching streaming video on your phone, right? So someone is doing that, someone is designing that. Even if it's a digital or physical, you have to design that. You have to test it, right? And you will get the best user experience. So user experience is a little bit endless job because you can always improve and make it better, better, and better. And today I prepare for you how UX designers work, and that will be my next section that I would like to share with you. So if you have any question, please leave it in the comments. If you have question about the user experience in general, if it's clear or not really, please let us know and we will answer. So about user experience designers. So UX designers help make technology easier to understand and of course more enjoyable to use. So all the examples what I show it to you, right, it's already our digital product with a physical products are mixed together. So user experience can be only digital, right? And user experience can work just with the digital products like mobile applications, a website, platforms. And actually, if you probably think when you last time went to the bank or when you went to the some place to pay your bills, probably it was maybe never, because maybe all your life you are paying your bills through the internet, right? And someone has to design these platforms and improve this platform and make this platform secure, make this platform enjoyable, easy to use. So our day-to-day responsibilities is understand the user, conduct the user research to understand what is the problem, what we want to solve, how to make our users' life easier. Then we're ideating, wireframing, sketching, prototyping. Then we are testing, and we are delivering the design. So this process called design thinking, and I have for you a diagram that highlight that, right? So design thinking framework is empathize. So you understand your user, depend from the project where you are working. It can be kids, it can be old people, it can be young people, it can be girls, it can be boys, it can be people from different part of the world, and that's totally fine. It can be people who work in different companies, different careers. So depend from the project, really. You try to understand these people. So if you are doing some research with the kids, it doesn't mean you have to be a kid, right? You just empathize. You try to understand how they think, how they engage, how they use the device, what they are using, and try to make their life easier and more enjoyable. So as soon as we are clear with our users, we are defining what they are experiencing. So if it's already existing product, so user just go and try and you observe like, oh, wow, how you use our remote control. If everything on this remote control is clear for you, or if you are using mobile application, if you can find your favorite song in the, some music applications quickly and easy, save it in your favorite and listen this again. So you're observing that. But sometimes world need a new products, right? And some products just pop up, right? And in this case, you also can be one of the person who create this product, right? You can conduct a research, understand what is the problem now, how we can solve it, and maybe you will find a solution. For that, we are doing a research. There are different methods of research, and of course, you need to know and learn about the research to understand what kind of method you have to use to understand what is the future, what kind of the application needs new generation, right? Do we need new TikTok? Do we need new Instagram? Or it's all this past and we need something new, more engaging, something different? So we have to understand, right? And then when we are defined what we want to build, we are going to ideate. Ideate, it's moment of creativity. There are different techniques. One of that is Crazy 8. When you are create 8 ideas in 8 minutes, that sounds very crazy, right? But it's how it works. So everyone is creative and you need just know a couple techniques how uncover your creativity, right? And make it open for everyone. So as soon as you're ready with your idea, you are going to prototype that, right? So you prototype your idea in a different ways. If it's a digital product, you are making the prototype with a special tools, right? You test it and you are ready. So after test, you take a decision, yes or no. Maybe you need to back. And I have for you next slide that shows that actually design thinking framework is not a linear process, right? So design thinking, it's a iterative process where you can go and back, and that's totally fine. It's how we work, right? When we are creating digital products, we are always flexible, right? We try to make our product flexible and the process how we create the product also flexible, because things change and we have to adapt quickly. So if something doesn't work properly, we have to back, refine. If that's not the right problem what we are solving, we just back and redefine the problem. If we test and our idea is not the best idea, we just generate new idea. And that's totally fine. So we're working in the iterative process in design thinking framework. That's one of the most famous framework. So I have for you an idea what can happen if you apply design thinking process, right? So in the left side, you see this typical remote control with a lot of buttons. For some reason, they are A, B, C, D, red, green, yellow, Y. So, and I know a lot of people actually don't use these buttons, right? Same like me. So we use usually a couple of them. So in the right side, you see other remote control, right? Where you see how you can improve things if you apply some methods to make things easier to use. So that was about the design thinking and one of the most common approach what we use as a UX designers. And now I would like to talk about common skills for UX designers, right? So I prepare for you the list with soft skills and hard skills, right? So soft skills means your workplace skills. So as I mentioned, we have to understand the users, right? We understand people we are working for, we are designing for, and empathize. It's a special feelings, right? When you understand the pain points of other people, even if you don't live in this area, you are different age, you are different gender, you are in other career. So empathize is a process that can take a time, but you can learn it. So there are different techniques, how to empathize, how conduct the interview, how to be closer. Maybe you need to stay a day or maybe a week with close with the people to understand their behaviors, how do they live and how you can help or how do they work. Another one is
Okay, I see. Thank you so much for letting me know that it was muted. I just wanted to share with you that someone asked what is the website. I shared here in the chat the information. Natalia had an issue with the connection, so hopefully she will join any second soon. Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section. Just want to make sure everything is working. Also, if you want to know anything about UX Academy, here is the link. You can always reach us over the social media. And also, before she comes back, I want to let you know that we will be. Natalia is one of the teachers at Beginner UX design course, and we are having a new start next week. So make sure to check it on the website. If you would like, I can leave a comment in the comment section and with the link. Also, you can visit on the website. It's on the front page. You will easily find. If you would like to know more information about it, please leave a message and I will gladly share until she comes back. Before she comes back, let's just give you a bit of a recap. Yes, of course, you can. I see here someone wants to connect over the LinkedIn. Yes, absolutely. I can share my LinkedIn and UX Academy LinkedIn on the chat as well after the session is over. So Natalia is joining now. We are so sorry for this interruption, and she can continue. But please, any questions you have regarding us, LinkedIn, website, anything, feel free to leave it in the chat, and we're gladly going to answer them. Natalia, you can continue now.
Sorry about that. Not sure what happened, but I hope you had the time to process the information what I just delivered. So about the skills, right? Storytelling and of course communication, right? You communicate with developers, with stakeholders, with the other members of your team. So it's great if you are free for feedback, free provide the feedback, and also good person to have in a team. So collaboration and teamwork is the essential for all IT industry. So it doesn't matter, even if you are not just a UX designer, if you are a unicorn and you have opportunity to cover different positions. So hard skills. So hard skills, it's about your technical skills, right? And as I mentioned, you need to learn a little bit more about the search methods, right? Because we need to understand how to uncover problem, how to empathize with the people, how to make a right decision, because some our decision cost millions of millions, and also can actually affect the life of the people, right? So it's important if we are doing the right research. Interaction and behavioral design, right? So user experience, it's about the experience. How do you feel? How your user feel? How you get the feedback during the task, but also we're learning about the behaviors. So many things what we are doing and how design our screens is based on our physical conditions. So for example, our finger, right, the size of phone, it's some special size, right? So you can make it with one hand, and this finger help you to navigate. So we have to think how make it easier for the users. Also, we always think about accessibility, but also how we understand the information, how we process the information on the screen, and why, for example, stay hours and hours in TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. It's so fun, right? It's because we learn a little bit about how our brain works, and we can make some tricks, right? So engage user and make this for good or for bad. But some behavior and interaction design is essential for UX designers. And wireframing is and prototyping. So we usually use a Figma, right? So that's one of the now famous tool, and probably you have heard. Adobe bought Figma last year for crazy price. If you want to read about this, it's very interesting. I'm sure if you will just Google it, you will find the deal between Adobe and Figma. So Figma, it's one of the two, but one of the most famous, and now one of the more, I would say, the most collaborative between designers, developers, and client, right? So you can design your interface, you can share your design with the developers, you can create a prototype, you can go and test, and also you can present your job to the stakeholders and client. And I would like to highlight roles and types of UX design jobs, because sometimes you would like to know what is actually around this industry, right? And I have here a diagram that highlight actually the directions. If you learn the fundamental knowledge about the user experience, you can go and start to learn about the product design, your interaction design, visual design, and I have for you next slide that shows that actually user experience is just a part of this ecosystem of design, right? And it's a fundamental knowledge that help you go to the product design or go to the generalist or go to the interface design. So if you are learning UX design, you can focus on user research or you can focus on interaction design. Then if you are interested more in the visual, maybe you would like to make it more from the UI perspective. If you are enjoying colors, typography, then you can maybe have fun with the content, right? And you like to think the size of the title, where is better to put the title, how to catch attention, what kind of words to use, right? So that also can be part of your job. And if you are enjoying that, you can provide some feedback. And as you see on the top, you see product designer. So product designer, it's a person who works with UX and visual design, UI design. So you cover like a lot of different fields, and from project to project, you can make different job roles, or maybe you can go from end-to-end project, because every project requires UX designers and UI designers and of course content designers. So product design is a bridge between user needs and business goals. And I think if you are thinking about the design career and you would like to start with user experience design, it's a very right direction to make it. Learn the fundamental knowledge about user experience and there expand the box with your skill set and go to the next level. So also I would like to mention today types of UX designers job, because that's a very common question about where I can work, what kind of the companies. And of course, UX designers, if we speak about the digital world, it's a startups, right? It's small businesses and it's new businesses on the market. They are develop some unique product or services. You probably know that most of the application that we install in our phone today, they are from small startups that make in garage, and now they are big companies. But big companies, when we speak about big companies, we speak in them companies with 10,000 plus employees, right? When they are working in some projects, it can be multiply projects, right? And maybe you will be part of some specific project and work in some teams, or maybe you will be in a multi project tasks and you can participate in different tasks. That is quite interesting. So you have lots of opportunities, and most of the businesses has, even if it's an offline business, they have their representation in the online. So if you join the company, even if not IT company, not internet technology company, you still probably will do a lot of effort. For example, government, right? They need online services, and someone has to design that, right? Healthcare system, they need someone design for them. Booking, account, right? Your recipe, how you go to the cooking when you are looking something to cook for dinner, so someone has to design that for you, how look recipes in internet, right? So all the platforms, they are all the companies, right, they have online presence, even if it's offline businesses. And of course, freelance, right? So that's another opportunity for you if you want to be self-employed, and if you want to hire you hired by clients. So if you want to be owner of yourself, right, say that, right, and you decide what kind of project you want to do, and what kind of clients, and what is the cost of your hour or your time, what you spent on the project. Probably freelance, it's a great opportunity for you. And if we speak about the salary, I have for you the answer, because I know it's a very common question. So if you want to learn about the how much UX designers make, please try Glassdoor. So if you type Glassdoor in your browser and you enter in the platform, you can just put the level. So if you are considering yourself like a junior, just start career UX designer, decide your location, right? So location is important because from the country to country, that average can change, and you will see the result, right? So go to the Glassdoor, pick the level, junior, senior, elite designer, to know maybe your future, and the location. So that would be the most accurate response to the question, what is the salary and how much UX designers make. So I think it's all from my side today. I hope it was helpful, useful, and I will stay with you to answer your questions in the end. Thank you very much.
Okay, now you can hear me again. Sorry about that. Thank you, Natalia, so much. So I just want to give you a bit of a recap about the beginner UX design course. It will be we are starting a new course next week on the 12th, and this course lasts for 8 weeks. On the first 4 weeks, our lovely strategist will take the lead, and afterwards, Natalia will um, be doing the rest of the weeks. Also, as I mentioned in the beginning, just to answer again, we have real client projects. So you will be working with the client directly on the project with your team. You'll be separated depending on the quantity of the students. You will be divided in a couple of groups, and each team will be working on a different project. Also, our courses are live, as Natalia spoke right now. This is how we run courses. Any questions, of course, you can ask anytime. You can ask either to the mentor, to the trainers, or you can ask us directly through Slack, through email. I'm not sure if you saw, I shared here a couple of information. If you would like to know more about UX Academy and you have any issues with the website, anything, this is my email. You can reach out to me. Here is also in the chat comment, here is our company's LinkedIn. You can visit that. If you would like, I can also share our social media accounts. However, they're already connected through the LinkedIn, so you can easily find them. I just want to add a couple more things. I mentioned mentorship. You, of course, get a certificate at the end of the course. You're working a real client project, which means that at the end of the course, you will have a final presentation. There is like you will have a client Zoom presentation where you're going to represent what you did with your team. We offer 2 flexible payment plans, and also nothing is pre-recorded, so you can always have sessions are live and nothing is pre-recorded, but you will of course get the slides and recordings after the session is over. We're completely flexible when it comes to arranging the material, sending emails. You can reach us at any time. And right now, I'm so sorry. We, of course, want to answer a couple of your questions. So I see we already have one. Let me just go through it. So Natalia, feel free to answer. This is your part here.
I have a question. What was it like to work as a lead designer, and how is the day in the life? What does a typical day of work look like, remote, in office, or hybrid workplace? Yeah, that's an interesting question. Thank you very much, Andrew. So, lead designer, unfortunately, design less, but participate in decision making, right? So lead designer leading the team. Usually you are responsible for some junior or mid-level designers in your team, right? You guide them, you navigate them, and you participate as a lead designer in a lot of strategic meetings and conversations. So you are helping the business understand what is the problem and guide business what, for example, should be implemented next, like what is the feature we need to build and where we have to focus. And you, as I mentioned, as a product designer, you're a bridge between user needs and business goals. And as a lead designer, you can provide the feedback to the stakeholders, to the business, what would be the best for the users, and you advocate the user more and more. So you participate in day-to-day decisions. But you still, of course, have an opportunity to design because you are working close to your design team.
Great. I see links are working, which is great. If you have more questions, we have a couple more minutes. Feel free to ask. Also, here on the screen, you can also find this will be, of course, on YouTube. So if you would like, you can rewatch this session. If you have any questions, you can, as I mentioned, contact us by email, contact us directly through the website. New beginner course is starting on the 12th, so make sure to check it out. Maybe this is your time to start the UX design career. So yeah, please, we can wait a couple more minutes if you have more questions. Natalia and I, even though if we had a bit of technical issues, we figure it out. So now it's your time to shine.
And so I would like to just add, so yeah, oh, we have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, thoughts on AI taking over the design world. So I am very optimistic with that. So AI really helps a lot, and I use sometimes, in some case, what I'm doing in some design job and not design job, just the technical. So ChatGPT helped me a lot with sending beautiful emails or invites to the workshops. So that's actually helped a lot. So if you are looking in the design field from the right angle, so if you are really the person who knows about user experience, you understand the human behaviors, you understand interaction design, you understand how to drive the product, right, and achieve the successful. So maybe in some case, of course, decide the colors. It's probably AI help, and that's great, right? So you need to spend less time in art school to learn about the colors. But if you are going in a good path and you are learning more about the experience design, right, that will always be with you. So you as a human will take the decision and drive, and you will be over the AI.
Okay, thank you. And we also have two more questions.
What is it like in the real world now for UX? Is there lots of companies looking to hire? Are they small businesses or large companies? Right, that's a good question because the world shake now, right? Many things happening in the world, and we have some political problems, right? We have some war problem around the world. So all these affect all industries, and probably you have seen the news about the Facebook, about the other big companies that change their strategy, but you still have a lot of opportunities. So UX field, maybe you will work in smaller and bigger, right? And depend when what kind of, like we call this, hat you can try, right? So if you are focusing in one field, or you want to be generalist and you want to try different hats and work startup will be probably the best for you, and they will be happy to have you on board because you can cover UX and UI, content design, right? The big companies, they still will work and they will bring to the market new products, right? So it's a some period that's sometimes shaken, right? And that's happening. It's a normal. So in this time, so the most important your knowledge, the most important your portfolio, and you will find the job 100%. Maybe it will be in the beginning not what you are expecting, but if you are really decide to be a designer, you will achieve the success and you will go further. So don't be worried about this. And all kind of companies are looking for designers. They are hiring designers, and junior designers and lead designers still have lots of opportunities.
Okay, perfect. I think we answer also this question. I mean, if you want to add something for the how to get the job, actually.
How to get a job as a UX UI designer. So to get the job, you need a portfolio, right? So your portfolio has to include at least 3 projects. It can be case studies, it can be real projects. So think about the UX Academy, because UX Academy offer you the project that you are working with the team during 8 weeks, and it's a real client project. Also, you can think about the case study. Case study can be something interesting for you. You want to just explore some topic and you go through the step-by-step design thinking approach, for example, and you improve in this world. Or maybe you want to redesign something like a Wikipedia and make a better experience, right? Or any other platform. So that can be your case study, and you can do some research in your area and make things better for some product. So that's at least what you need. And of course, some knowledge, right? How work UX designers, what is approaches exist, what kind of the UX research methods, when to apply them, and the experience with the tools, right? So when you're applying for a job, it's good to see the description, what kind of tools. It can be Sketch, it can be Figma, Adobe XD, right? Any other platform, what is required. So
I'm not sure if this is Natalia's internet again, but please let me know in the comment if this is the case. I just want to check if we're still on, of course. Okay, I think that I would like to hear if you can hear me. Just want to add a couple more things with this question, since Natalia has an internet connection. We're going to finish this session, and I just want to let you know, if you have any other questions for all of you watching us, just please leave use my email that I've shared in the chat. Here it is, and also you can contact me by LinkedIn. Feel free to ask any questions, and I will gladly ask. Also, feel free to add Natalia over the LinkedIn. You can also add me over the LinkedIn. Any questions you have, I'm here. For any, I would also recommend checking our beginner UX design course. Natalia is one of the teachers, so I believe you will enjoy. Thank you so much for watching us, and I just want to let you know that for any questions, I shared all the information. Feel free to contact me anytime, and hopefully we will see you as our students. Thank you so much again for watching us, and I wish you a lovely rest